Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another CK Builds video. Here back in my Minecraft world with my Voltron Castle of Lions, which is over there. I'm by the yellow line, just because I think that's the line that turned out the best. And I'm here with a viewer-requested video. And requested by more than one person, by the way. So if you're one of those people that said, hey, could you make this video? I saw your comments. This is for you. And the question that was on everybody's mind is, how did I make this cool ass lion? Dumb luck and a lot of trial and error. But I'm going to make a brand new one so you guys can follow along and use it as a template for your own guy. So let's start with the beginnings. And for this one, I'm going to need, that's not what I wanted. I keep forgetting the new update changed the controls a little bit, so if you hear some extra clicking, it's because I haven't gotten that used to everything again. I'm going to need some quartz stairs. I'm going to need a block of quartz. That's you. There's two different ones. There's the block of quartz, and there's the smooth block. I'm going to show you what the difference is. I like doing the block of quartz. Whoops. Because when you stack it together, it has a bit of an outline. So it looks more like iron or another different brick. The smooth quartz doesn't have it. So it just looks like one solid mass. Just visually, I like this one better. That's all. You can use the other one if you want to. That's up to you. I just like the other one better. Now, to start with the lions. Oh, you know what? What am I going to use? Let's do purple. A purple lion. Take some purple concrete. That's just what I used for the other colors for the lions. Black, red, yellow, blue, green. There's not a purple lion. We're going to make a purple lion so you guys can see how I did it. And we're going to start by going 7 bricks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for the 7th one, I'm going to need a black, just to mark it off differently. And boom, there it is. Now for the body, it's going to be, what is it, 5 by 7, I think. Let me go double check my measurements. Because I think it's 5 tall, 7 wide. No, not 7, 9 wide. I was wrong. So starting here at the center point, which is the same for all the lions. 1, 2, 3, 4 going up. 1, 2, 3 going down. So a little bit different there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 out from each side. So let's make a big box. And we're just going to start right here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You can do the 4th one. I usually do, actually. I just also find that when I do, I end up removing it later. So in this case, we're not going to bother. But we're going to go ahead and build this out. And let's go ahead and build that up. Voila. And then we're going to come across, and I think it's another 7 bricks across. Let's double check. One of the nice things about having these already built is you can just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. So let's go back out here. And counting this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we're just going to do this. And we're just going to complete the box. just like so. And we're going to come over here. Just do that. And come across here. Need to go one more. Do that. And there we go. We have the basic shape. Now, for the legs get a little bit more complicated. They're probably the hardest part because they're just kind of a weird layout. So we're going to ignore the stairs for right now. We're just going to focus on this part, the actual foot. And it's 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay, but it's offset. So the 3 is offset, the next 3 is offset, the next 3 is offset, and then the 2 is offset. What I mean by offset is they're not even at the start. So let's go ahead and build that. So we know, and look at what I did here. That is not the right quartz. Use the wrong one. So it's 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And there's your basic foot. Now what we're going to do for this little black part is we're just going to go all the way around it. We're going to make a square like this. But that's not big enough, right? Because if you look, there's this other little square on the outside here. So we've got to extend it out. How are we going to do that? Very, very simple. We're going to go here, and here, and here. And we've already got one there, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we're going to take and we're going to do the same thing. Whoops. And just do these 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put a little dark spot in the middle. Now, let's start filling in some things. Just to give it some better shape. And we're just going to do this. Fill in this. Take out that middle piece. And again, the same with the back. Same with the other side. And same with the top. Whoops. That's pretty easy. So now that we have the leg, we're just going to go over to our stairs, and we're just going to drop in the stairs wherever we need stairs. Just going to do these upside down. Do these right side up. And do the same thing to the other side. Just notice I messed up something. That's not supposed to be there, because it's supposed to be offset. 3, 3, and a 3. So we're just going to get down a little low. Put that one on upside down. Put that one on upside down. That one upside down. That one goes right side up. We skip one. It's the only place where we actually skip one is right there. And we put the rest of these on. And then we do the same thing for the small one here. We just drop them on. Okay. There we are. And there's your basic leg, basic body. Now, we'll go in here and we'll put in a bottom. Did I mark the other side? I did not. That was silly of me. So I'm just going to dig this out real quick. We'll put these back in. Because I should have. I mean, I know I could count it all out. This way is a bit faster. So there's your centerpiece. And I'm just going to do that so I know to put the black one right there. And again, the same thing applies. Now, all you really have to do is come down here and just carry this pattern right across. But we already kind of know what the pattern is. And I'm using the wrong blocks again. You know what? That's going to be a problem. Stop it. Yeah, let's get rid of that. That's just going to bother me if I don't fix it. And all I'm doing, you can just see, once I get to this point, I can just copy the thing right here, which is just again the same 3 blocks. And then we go back through and add the steps. Same thing on the other side. And did I miss any? Yep, missed one right there. So there you have it. You've got the legs, and you've got the back end. Now I will just kind of decorate it up a little bit. In this case, I'm just going to take these off. Same on the bottom. Just because I like the little bit more rounded shape. And if you feel like it, you could actually do that as well. Give it an even more rounded shape. And you can add and subtract to it however you want the body to look. The tail, I just kind of start from the middle and just kind of work my way up. Nothing real special about the tail, but you can do other stuff with it. Like the green lion's tail is a little bit larger than the others, if you noticed. So you could do something like that if you wanted a bigger tail. You know, however you want to do it. I tend to just do a straight one. So that's the back end. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a floor. And there's a reason why we're doing this. We're going to add a ceiling as well. Now you don't have to. I just do it for consistency's sake, and it's easier for me to do it now than it is for me to do it later. I don't do this in all of the lines. I do it in some of them, but we're now dealing with the waist. And the waist is a little bit smaller than the rest of the lion. So what are we going to do? We're going to start right here, and we're going to build out this area. You'll notice I'm already leaving an indent at the 4 corners. There's a reason for that. So now we just have to figure out how wide we want it to be. I'm not sure I like that that's the white. I think I'm going to change that to purple. And that's just a cosmetic decision. You don't have to do that. Since the waist is a little bit smaller than either the front or back end, and we know that this is 9 blocks wide, I usually try to do about 5 blocks for the waist. Now I think the black line was the only different one, because I did make that a little bit different size than the rest. But again, this is up to you. There's no set plan here. This is just how I did it and how it ended up looking when I was done. So let's get this built. And just for an added effect, I'm going to add some stairs. Now I like the way that that looks, but if you wanted to, you could actually make this smaller, come in, whoops, and do 2 sets of stairs like that, doing a little bit more of a narrow look. Not quite as blocky as that. It's up to you. I would mix and match, see what you like, see what you don't. You know, even in the cartoon series, none of the lions were exactly the same, so mix and match stuff. You know, mess around with it, see what you like. So now we have the back half of the lion pretty well done. I mean, there's not really that much to it overall. So for the next part, what are we going to do? Well, we're just going to repeat the same exact thing. I think that's 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. And I'm just kind of shortcutting here. I don't really need to fill in everything like I did in the first one. I can just do that. And it's the same effect, same thing. And we're just going to do the same thing here. Carry that out 1 more. Boom. Carry this one out 1 more. Boom. Come right up with it. Run over with it, which I went too far. That's okay. Bring this forward. Bring this over. Do the same thing I did with the top part. And just fill this part in. I didn't do that on the bottom, did I? Nope, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. I just didn't do it on the front. Yeah, I still like it. Okay, so let's bring that up. Bring that up. And, you can fill in the floors however you want. I just, for consistency's sake, I like doing the same white blocks the waist is. And let's just make a hole somewhere for entry purposes. And you can just put a ladder there. That's all I've ever done. Okay, so we need a middle point. Okay, so let's go back over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something is wrong there, right? Well, it's because I shortened it. 3 on top, 4 on the bottom, 1 in the middle. So your center point is going to be actually right there. Which I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. And once again, we're going to fill it in. I think that was the center point. Yep, that's the center point. Bring that out by 2. And the easy way to remember how to do the legs, other than the counting of the 3, when it comes to this part, you make 1 full block around. Then you make 1 point on each one of these. Okay. Then you add a second one there. And then when you count up, it's this 2, and this 2. I know that's technically 3, but I always count it as 2. It's just the way I remember it. And then it's 3, another set of 3, another set of 3. Then for this one, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then add in your steps. Run it back here, add these steps in here, skip the 1. And there you are. Now this model that I'm using as far as the coloring and the legs and stuff, it's kind of based on the 80s version. It's also based on the toy line. The toy line in the original toys, the legs are just molded plastic that are kind of stuck in this position. So it does kind of work. But you can do stuff to it too. Like, I don't know if there's a set of steps that's the right color. Yeah, there's really not, so. But if you wanted to do something like, instead of having this like this, you could take this out and put purple around it like that. And that's more indicative of the new series, because they had better leg armor. Yeah, I'm not hating it. I like the other one better, though. Personal preference, that's all. So let's go ahead. We're just going to put that back. But again, no set pattern, no real great idea. Take these plans and improve on them as you see fit. Okay, so we've got our body right there. Got its tail, got the arms, got to put the arm on the other side. Same pattern applies. Just gotta remember to reverse it since you're going the other direction. So your 2 is on that side, standing up too high, that's why. 3 by 3 by 3. Do the stairs. Completely forgot to put those blocks on for that part. Which I think I did that on the black line at one point, if you saw it in the other video. And there you go. All 4 legs. Oops. Nope, not there all you go, because I forgot to put that part on. Now all 4 legs are done. And for the neck, we're just going to do the same thing we did here for the waist. We're just not going to go as far with it. So let's go ahead and bring this out. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Is that right? Yeah. And I will usually go out about 3 blocks. You know, more or less, however you feel looks the best. Completely up to you. And we're just going to drop that one off. Drop that one out. Get those off the corners. And same thing, we're going to put the stairs in. I love stairs. I think you can decorate a lot with them. And the reason why I'm using the stairs like this, none of this is modded. This is just the straight Windows 10 version of Minecraft, which I think is the requirement now for pretty much all of Minecraft. All right, so we've got the back, we've got the front, we've got the neck. What do we do for the head? Well, same thing we do for everything else. We want the same size block. In fact, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to subtract out that bottom piece like we did in the other ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is just going to be another 9 by 9, or 9 by, what is it? 5, 6, 7, yeah, I guess it is, 9 by 9 square. So when you really look at it, the head and these 2 body pieces are really about the same size. The main difference is going to be the overall shape. And this is where there's no real set plan for this. You saw each of my heads were a little bit different because I kind of built them all a little bit differently. We do know that, you know, there's a nose. So we know that the bottom is a mouth shape. So we're going to have to round it out a little bit. Right? I mean, that makes sense. So let's okay, I kept that one. Right, so we've got a rounded out bottom. And we're just going to take that and go with it. But I don't like that. I'm going to shave that off a little bit more. Okay, I'm liking that a little bit more. Just going to bring that up a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. I only need the outer pieces, so I'm just going to come up by 3 just to see what kind of the basic shape's going to look like. And that's pretty well, a pretty good shape for a head. Let's go ahead and carry that same pattern over. So I'm just basically copying the way the bottom looks from the way the top looks. I just need to get rid of a couple of blocks here. Yep, you. So there's your overall head. Now, I don't like the big square shape of it. I want to bring that in a little bit. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, liking that a little. Let's bring this forward. Okay, let's also bring that forward and bring that forward. Okay, not a great looking mouth, huh? Let's do something about that. Let's eliminate. Can't eliminate that one. Let's eliminate some of that bottom. Gonna go ahead and fill that in if we're going to be digging through it. Okay, let's go ahead also, and we're going to replace this part with some white. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, you know what? I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Definitely now having more lion shape. Maybe not so much a lion shape. Maybe more like Snagglepuss from Yogi Bear, but I'll take it. Let's go ahead and we're going to drop a nose in here. Wow, that changed things immediately, didn't it? All right, we're somewhere. We're taking these out. And we are going to fill this in. Why are we going to fill this in? Because I think this is where our glass is going to be. let's get some, oops, actually let's bring that up. And we're going to carry that across. Definitely lion-shaped head. Let's get rid of some of this. I kind of like the brow. Don't like it that far out though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. Okay, now for some glass. And since it's a purple lion, some purple stained glass. And let's just drop that in there. Not bad. Not bad. I kind of feel like I almost want to remove this whole section. Just get rid of all this. But the head is not supposed to be that small. And I want to keep it more in concert with the rest of the body. I will, however, whoops, remove this, because I think that will help. Wonder if I ought to remove another row here. What do we think? I like that. I really like that. So we're going to do that on the other side. Move another row here. And remove this row. Fill that in. Liking it. Liking it. Let's see what happens if we remove that. How does that look from the front? I don't know. I'm kind of digging it, kind of not. So here's the thing. From the front, kind of see where the cat's ears need to be. They need to be there. So let's go ahead and build this back up. We're going to take away this. We're going to take away that. Whoops. And how does that look? Kind of feel like they should be a little higher. And there we are. Pretty basic, but workable head of a cat. And if you wanted to, you could do something like this, and maybe make them white instead if you wanted to, or that's not what to do. Hey, you know what? I think they're in too far. I think. Wow, even the Minecraft game liked that better. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like the white ears. So we're going to go with that. If you like the purple ears better, you can keep the purple ears. It's up to you. But we're going to keep the white ears. Add the little stairwells. And there we go. I don't like that the head is shorter than the rest of the body. Better. As far as the inside, you'll need to, of course, add lights. And I'm just going to even up the floor here. But, I mean, as far as lights go, really whatever you want is up to you. I'm just going to pick something here quickly. Use the sea lanterns. And I'm just going to shove them in the corners so we can see all the way around. I'm not being very decorative. I'm just shoving them in so you can see. And then for controls, it's a question of taste. I like the idea of having the lectern in the center. I like the idea of the bookcases being around. And the cartography table kind of looks like a control thing, so like doing that and that. And we're just going to raise it up a little. Let me get a block of quartz real quick. And there's your controls. And then not like the bookcase, just for decorative purposes. Then you can the stairs. There we go. Need some quartz stairs, and then we'll use this red one. So there's your quartz stairs just to get up there, and there's your seat. So you can sit here and pilot it. Look out the windows. There you are. That is how I built the Lions. Other than adding just a ladder here, connecting it to the trail, which was just digging a hole and figuring out a path to get you there. But that's it. Now I can tear this all down and get rid of it out of my world, because there's no fifth purple line. No, sixth purple line I can't add. But that's how I did it. That's how I made them. That's how I made each one look a little bit different. But there you go. Stay tuned. I've got some more videos on the way. A couple more viewer requests of things that people have asked for. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find it usable. If you're building stuff like this on your own, great. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.